Imagine looking up at the night sky and suddenly seeing two massive shadows twisting space itself. The stars around them bend, stretch, and vanish like pixels glitching out of reality. Then, boom! A cosmic collision so powerful it releases more energy in a fraction of a second than all the stars in our galaxy will produce in their entire lifetimes. But here's the twist. This isn't happening billions of light years away. It's happening right here, near Earth. What would we see? What would we feel? Would Earth survive the greatest explosion the universe can produce? Or would our planet be torn apart like a piece of paper caught in a hurricane of gravity? Today on Xtenly, we're diving into one of the scariest, wildest what-ifs in all of science. What if black holes collided near us? Black holes are already the monsters of the universe. Invisible, unstoppable, and hungry. They swallow everything. Light, matter, even time itself. Now imagine two of these beasts locked in an endless spiral, pulled toward each other by gravity so extreme it makes Earth's strongest forces look like toys. We've actually detected black hole collisions before. In 2015, scientists at LIGO heard the faint chirp of space-time itself vibrating after two black holes billions of light years away collided. That single event sent ripples across the universe, gravitational waves that we could measure here on Earth. But here's the crazy part. Those black holes were unimaginably far away, and yet we still felt them. Now imagine what would happen if that same event unfolded practically in our backyard. No billions of light years, no cosmic safe distance. Just here. What would it mean for Earth, for humanity, for the fabric of our universe itself? So, let's play this out. First, let's get the scale right. A black hole is not just a big rock in space. It's the collapsed core of a star that's died, crushed into a point smaller than a city, but with the mass of several suns. Its gravity is so intense, not even light can escape. That's why it looks like a hole in the universe. Now picture two of them, one the size of 10 suns, another maybe 30. At first, they orbit each other like dance partners in a deadly waltz. Each revolution faster, closer, more violent. Space itself stretches and squeezes around them, like a cosmic trampoline being shaken to its breaking point. What happens if they're near Earth? At first, you'd probably notice nothing. That's the creepy part. Black holes don't shine. They don't glow. They're silent assassins. But the space around them would warp, twisting starlight like mirrors in a carnival funhouse. The night sky would look broken. Then comes the real horror, gravitational waves. When two black holes spiral into collision, they pump out waves of pure space-time distortion. Ripples moving at the speed of light. Normally, billions of light years of distance make them harmless. But if this happened nearby, those waves would slam into Earth like invisible earthquakes. Buildings could crumble. Oceans could boil from the tidal stresses. Even the atoms in your body might feel stretched. But here's the twist. If the black holes are too close, the gravitational waves aren't even the worst part. The collision itself releases energy equal to exploding. Wait for it. 1 billion trillion nuclear bombs in less than a second. Let that sink in. Now, here's a shocking fact. Scientists believe black hole mergers are one of the only events powerful enough to actually change the shape of the universe itself. Yes, the fabric of reality bends under the force. But what about us? Could Earth survive? If the collision happened within a few hundred light years, the radiation burst alone, high-energy particles blasting out, would likely strip our atmosphere bare. Life as we know it, gone. If it happened even closer, gravity itself could shred our planet apart, pulling oceans, continents, even atoms into oblivion. But here's a weird twist. If the black holes were just far enough away, we might survive. Shaken, scarred, but alive. The sky would light up like never before. We'd see a cosmic fireworks show as space-time itself rippled visibly, and humanity would witness something almost no one ever dreamed of. The raw mechanics of the universe in action up close. Another shocking fact, when black holes merge, they don't just combine, they kick. The new black hole gets launched like a cosmic cannonball, sometimes at speeds of millions of miles per hour. Imagine a supermassive black hole being hurled through space like a bullet. If Earth were in its path, game over. So, what's scarier, the collision itself, or the wandering monster it leaves behind? Here's where it gets mind-blowing. If black holes collided near Earth, the biggest danger wouldn't even be what you see. It's what you can't. The ripple effects could destabilize the very orbit of our planet. Imagine tides rising hundreds of meters high. Imagine days stretching or shrinking as space-time itself wobbles. Even the moon could be yanked from orbit, turned into shrapnel around Earth. And then there's the light show. Except it's not light as we know it. You'd see the stars behind the collision bend unnaturally, smeared into arcs of fire. The night sky would warp into something alien. But here's the most chilling possibility. If the collision created a supermassive black hole, it could slowly begin feeding on nearby stars, maybe even our sun. Not instantly, but eventually. The end of our solar system would be sealed. Think about that for a second. Two invisible objects collide, and the result rewrites the fate of entire star systems. That's the scale we're talking about. And the most terrifying part? This isn't just science fiction. Black hole mergers happen. They are real. They shape galaxies. And one day, one could happen close enough that we'd witness the end. So, what does this mean for us right now? Should we panic every time we hear about a black hole? Luckily, no. The nearest known black holes are thousands of light years away. In cosmic terms, that's next door. But in human terms, that's far enough to breathe easy. But here's the reflection. Black holes colliding remind us just how small we really are. Two invisible points of gravity colliding in silence can unleash more energy than every star, every planet, every explosion we've ever known, combined. And yet here we are, tiny creatures on a pale blue dot, thinking our problems are big. In a way, that's comforting. The universe is terrifyingly vast, yes, but it's also awe-inspiring. It humbles us. It shows us the true scale of existence. And maybe that's the real takeaway. Black holes aren't just destroyers. They're reminders that no matter how much we think we know, the universe always has bigger, stranger, wilder stories waiting to unfold. So, now the question is, what would you do if you woke up tomorrow, looked at the night sky, and saw two black holes about to collide near Earth? Would you stare in wonder? Would you panic? Or would you just take a moment to realize you're living through the greatest show the universe has ever staged? Because that's what science really is. It's not just facts, it's stories, cosmic stories. And every one of them reminds us of how fragile and how extraordinary life really is. If this journey blew your mind, hit that like button. Subscribe to Xtenly because we're just getting started, and drop a comment. What's the one what if about the universe you'd like me to explore next? Until then, keep looking up, because the universe always has another twist waiting.